having a conversation yesterday that it's probably time to start kind of like rearranging our regions a little bit again. This one will probably be one that we'll look to rearrange just a hair, but there's like 91 teams we have listed in the Super Syntax, which is basically us just like going, you're all kind of here, we're gonna kind of put you here.
It's kind of like what I think of it as, you've got the body, right? And then you've got the long arms and legs and stuff. So there's bulk of the teams are here, but then you've got teams that are way out here and then way out there and then here, but we still consider them as part of the Super Syntax region.
Yeah, Super Syntax, like first team all gut. It's like all encompassing right there, the good heart and soul of the Lone Star State. So we'll talk first team all gut. Before then, though,
can we make that an award?
Dude, I've been saying that for years. So it is funny. One of our mutual friends, I think viewers of TFT definitely know who I'm talking about here, but one of our mutual friends, Goof, Goof and I will do that. Like, there was one time there was an official for I think it was a college game, honestly, but he looked very in shape when you looked at him from the front, and then all of a sudden he had to like turn to look at one of his other refs, and he turned, and I mean, it was like we're getting close to pregnant belly at this point, you know, where it's like you look here and he turned, and we were like, I said, holy cow, that guy's first team all gut, and that it's stuck ever since. That's what we've always ranked it. Like, it's awesome. And there's different there's different levels, because some people have like beer gut that you can tell like they've been working on, like that thing is a unit. So
well, we gotta
Super Syntax.
We gotta call it a first team all gut presented by like Whataburger or something.
Exactly.
Like, we gotta get our good friends at Whataburger on that, because how perfect of an award is that?
Exactly.
Like
I love it. That can be like
we can present it.
Yeah, that can be like a lineman. Like a lineman thing. First team
all
all
right,
gut.
we are thinking today, man. We do that all the time on this show too. We just get ideas while on air. I think we should do this more often.
But the other thing that, going back to our conversation we were having a second ago about, one, the high school football season always flies by, and I think it's because magazine season is dreadful here.
Yes.
You know, like that, the time is so extended out.
Right.
It feels like the months of April to May last 7 years.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, okay, you're excited because you're like actually in the off season where, you know, we can take a vacation. We have coaching school. We have 7-on-7. Like that stuff that's really not super like hard for us to cover. It's just fun for us to cover.
Yeah.
And then it's all this built up. It's all this excitement. And then all of a sudden it feels like the off season lasts forever, and we get to football and we're so excited, and then you blink and we're heading into playoffs.
Right.
But the other thing that's crazy for the two of us right now is we're also not, you and I are not just working on the football sides of stuff anymore. We're working on the side of playoffs for every single sport. We're helping do some production work with scheduling crews and stuff across the state. It's a whole ordeal that we won't get into on this show, but we've been in, we went through the entirety of water polo playoffs. We are now into the depths of like all the area around volleyball matches are going on. So that was always like, okay, we've got some time until football playoffs. We're still figuring all this stuff out. It's a bunch of new roles. And then hello, here we are. Volleyball's fixing to be in the third round. Football starts this weekend. It's like,
take a breath.
My God.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this a couple days ago. We were sitting there having this conversation about Texan Live and stuff like that, and you watched pretty much every single game of the bi-district round for volleyball, right?
Yeah.
And it was a lot, to say the least. It was a lot.
You know, like 70 volleyball games is a lot of volleyball games.
It's a lot of volleyball
for one night, for one Tuesday evening.
Literally, for one night. Well, and I was sitting there and I was like, man, I could have helped you, because I was at another volleyball game helping that setup get along and stuff like that and running the computer. And you were like, man, I didn't even realize that bi-district of volleyball happened like last night, just because we were so focused on getting ready for bi-district round of football that
it sneaks up
volleyball
on you.
just came. Bi-district came and went, and you didn't even realize it.
It was like we helped schedule all of it, but like getting to the point where games were actually being played, it was like, okay, here we go. And now, so we're going to be juggling football and volleyball. So I mean, hey, it's the best time of the year. We are crazy excited, but it does get sad when you look down and realize there's only 6 weeks left till we're crowning champions. You
I
know, like
know.
as exciting as that is, and like the playoffs are the best time of year, these are the 6 weeks out of the year that we wish would just extend.
Right,
You know,
slow down just a
the
bit.
ones that they're such good games. It's so much fun to cover. Our job is like at the peak. People are amped up. More people start watching the shows
Yep.
because they want to hear this nonsense. And so it's like, yeah, we're in that best time of the year, but I wish it would slow down just a little bit.
so
Like,
we can
enjoy it.
I was
you
gonna say
know?
we don't even enjoy it just because it goes by so fast. We
fast.
blink and we're already at AT&T Stadium.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's crazy.
So it's been fun, but there is one thing that doesn't revolve around high school football that we wanted to show real fast. I came across this. TikToks can be informative too.
They absolutely can.
You heard it here first on WTF. I came across this thing. I was scrolling on TikTok aimlessly at like 1 o'clock in the morning the
As
other
we
night
do.
after getting done with work. And I sent it to Mallory, and I was like, dude, we got to show this on WTF. So without further ado, the best TikTok I've run across in a hot minute.
When they doubt me, I just play harder.
So hard, you won't find me. First you gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? So hard, 50 grace. Don't face. Let's go. 82 when I look at you like you crazy. So hard, where? We ain't even put me here. So hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm libo to go Michael. Take your pick. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6. So hard, gotta prove clock. Police that don't tick tock. All the Mars that's losing time. Getting behind all these big rocks. So hard, I'm shocked too. I'm supposed to be locked up too. You escape, but I escape. You be in Paris.
Stud. Certified stud.
She's amazing.
Not only was that spectacular Pee-wee football right there,
Oh, it was just prime Pee Wee football.
the strut, like the swag walk.
Uh-huh.
She's got more swag. Like, you take our level of swag and combine it, and then you multiply it by 57, put it on a platter and times it by 400, and we're still not to the amount of swag that she had on that football field.
And then you add a little bit of Kanye West and Jay-Z in the
Yeah.
background, and
sprinkle it in.
it just makes it that much better. Chef's kiss right there. But yeah, I think her name is Ashley, right? Because it said on the jersey.
On the jersey,
back
it says
of her jersey,
Ashley.
it says Ashley, so that even makes it even better.
Oh,
so
it's hyped.
we had to show you guys. So
Yeah.
yes, TikToks can absolutely be informative.
Yeah, I don't know if her first name's Ashley. I don't know if the little chick's last name is Ashley. I don't know. I saw that it said Ashley on the back of the jersey. I was hyped about that. I
Yeah.
was like, I would wear that jersey. It's a sick jersey, cool colors, yellow, blue. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, we got to show this because that's awesome. Like, I loved it. It wasn't only like a lot of times when you see girls get into the football, one, it's not near that young.
No.
But two, a lot of times it's on the offensive side of the ball.
Uh-huh.
That girl likes to tackle people.
Yeah. Like she brought that one dude down behind the line of scrimmage. And I was like, let's freaking go.
Get his ass.
Get his ass.
It was awesome. Anyway, I saw that.
was
Literally
fantastic.
no context needed other than it made me smile. Like after a really difficult day, it made me smile.
Uh-huh.
Like and I was like, oh, I gotta send that to Mallory. I like hit that send button. Anyway, yeah, cool things there. But right before we bring on Miss Darby Brown from KWTX, let's go over a ton of schedule shifts. If this is the first time that you're taking a look at the slate of Texas high school football games in Week 11, a lot has changed. We have 230 games being played tonight on Thursday. That is never the case, ever. Everyone saw the signs of we're supposed to have just awful weather, specifically in the DFW. I know it's extending down to Houston, kind of all the way along the I-35, I-45 corridor. So tons of games all across the state being moved, but specifically here in the DFW, I think there might be 2 or 3 DFW games tomorrow, and that's it. So a ton being moved. That definitely affects us on Texan Live. So we have, I think I counted it up earlier, like 25 different games you can watch on Texan Live tonight. So Merry Christmas. Have fun with it. The ones that we are super, super excited about, I think that your headliners at 7:30, Chapel Hill and Kilgore are going at it. District matchup, top 10 matchup in 4A Division 1. 4A Division 1. That will decide the district championship there. So really excited to see that one. We've been excited for that one basically all season.
Yeah, and that game is at 7:30. It's weird to have like a 7:30 game on a Thursday night, but it was 7:30 scheduled for tomorrow night. So yeah, still at 7:30.
And then the other one that I really want to point out, we also have Fort Bend Marshall, and who are they playing? Dayton. That one is very tasty. We also think that one will be for the state or for the district championship if Fort Bend Marshall can win it. If they don't, then it gets a little bit dicey. But this will be a really good measuring stick for a Fort Bend Marshall team that we've honestly seemed measured more this year than we have in years past. But excited about that one. That one's at 7. Jay Dunson on the call there. But the one that I also want to point your eye out to, one of the DFW games that was moved tonight on TexanLive.com, 7 o'clock at Bearcat Stadium. It's Fort Worth Brewer and Aledo. Aledo is a favorite in that game. I don't think that that's a shock to anybody. But if you are looking for a game with exceptional commentary from guys that you don't ever really typically hear on Dave Campbell's Texan Live, that's where you can go. You might know Jared Sandler. He is a play-by-play guy for the Texas Rangers. He fills in. He does the games that Eric Nadell does not do. Yeah. He's on 103.5 The Fan. He'll be on Valley Sports Southwest every now and then. Gets, great guy.
Awesome. Yeah.
See him everywhere. You've heard him before. You've seen him before. Jared Sandler will be making his Texan Live play-by-play debut, and joining him on color, former NFL star Anthony Armstrong. He has been a good friend of Dave Campbell's Texas football for quite a while now. His beautiful wife, Jessica, works with us at Valley Sports Southwest, so we know them really well. But yeah, we have a super professional, extraordinaire play-by-play guy hopping on with us, very notable from the DFW, and a former NFL superstar on color commentary. So very, very excited about that one.
Yeah,
good job setting that up, bud.
Thanks. I'll be turning that game on for sure. Maybe cutting a little highlights for you. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see. little teaser.
I might mess around and cut some teasers for you. I don't know, because that's what I do here.
Mess around and show you some highlights. Then we have a ton of games still tomorrow on the docket. It looks probably about like 20 games. The big headliner tomorrow was a game originally scheduled for Friday. It's staying on Friday, but it's moving up time. Silsbee and Jasper, a huge game down there. Another one that's going to decide a district title. If you haven't seen Draylon Miller, this is your opportunity to see him. So that's probably the highlight. And then we will have 4 games on Saturday, and we've got some volleyball playoffs kind of riddled in there and everything in between. So big week, playoffs are right around the corner. We will be setting the brackets, should be up on Saturday around 10 o'clock p.m. is our goal, but it's the best time of the year. So there you go. Make sure to tune in to TexanLive.com. We'll have you covered with all of that this week and a ton of playoff games right around the corner.